Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and to another episode of Kopi With Wawan. It's a series that I started because I wanted to discuss topics that I find interesting, from like films to pop culture, music, and everything else in between. Now this is a special episode where it's in collaboration with the Skinny Bakers, Latte Alligator, and Zee Avi. Now Skinny Bakers is an awesome company which sells cookies such as the movie theater caramel popcorn, and of course we have, the typical classic chocolate chip cookies. You can't go wrong with that. Latte Alligator, on the other hand, they produce really awesome and inspiring artwork like you can see over here. So if you guys want to find out more about our two collaborators, all of it's in the description box below. Just have a look and you'll find out more about them. Now the theme of this episode is on the song by Zee Avi, which is called Who Are You? Now the song is all about us embracing ourselves, our individuality and everything that's unique about us. So it's an awesome song. If you guys haven't heard it yet, please check it out in the description box below, because otherwise I'm going to be singing it here out loud and you guys don't want that.
Right, in this episode of the Who Are You series, we have Hafreez Amminuddin, who is the director of the music video Who Are You? Now, Hafreez shared many interesting insights on how he worked on the vision of the music video in capturing the spirit of the song. Now, one of the many things we discussed in the episode was on how even our skill set are actually a part of our own identity, and that we must constantly work on building the skill sets in discovering ourselves. Now, this episode is shot on location at my humble studio. This is episode 6 of the Who Are You series with Hafreez Amminuddin. The current music video that we want to talk about is the work that you did with Zee Avi.
Yes. Yeah. Who Are You?
Dude, how did you get involved in that one?
So it happened when I bumped into her. Actually, of course, like all Malaysians should know who Zee Avi is from the song Kanto and stuff. When I grew up with that.
Right.
Then when I was in Kuching, I bumped into her, and then we decided to maybe have a casual hangout, just like catching up and stuff. So that's when I started to throw ideas, and at that time she's already have the song Who Are You on her deck.
Okay.
It's just that she didn't plan to release a music video out of it, and I was telling her why not we do something like a video for you. So she already have a lyric video, I think, by then. Okay. It's just that why not for someone, I just want to have that challenge to do something else rather than So we sat down and then we decided to okay, let's just come out with a music video for this single. Yeah.
So the song Who Are You, right? Was there a favorite line for you from the song that you felt personally resonated with you?
Favorite line?
Yeah.
I like the last line actually, and it says "Engkau siapa do." Yeah, that's actually my favorite.
Why?
I'm not sure it's part of the song. Oh wait, it is actually part of the song, but it's the last line of the song.
Okay.
And I remember having her. We were shooting her at in a pool. Not in a pool. She was out of the pool, but the videographer that I was working with in the pool, and it was very interesting. And when she said that, it was just so full of sass, and I know that's what the song is all about. Sassiness.
Sassiness, right?
Yeah.
So was that part of the original song, or was that later added on?
No, it was part of the song. It was part of the song.
So it wasn't something that you guys.
Yeah, it's so Malaysian. It's so Z. Engkau siapa do? Yeah, that's my favorite part actually.
Oh, so you like that sass, lah?
Yes.
Why though, personally?
I just think it's cute, and I just think it's, even though it's a simple line, but it means so much to everything. I'm pretty sure everyone faced some moment where people just judge your works, or people just question you, and then these words are just exactly express how you feel. Engkau siapa do?
Right.
Yeah, it's really when a random strangers or someone on the internet try to troll you.
Yeah.
This is a perfect line to just troll at them.
Who are you, man?
Yeah,
just
engkau siapa?
to say all these things about
exactly.
me. But you had your start with Vine.
I started with Vine. Yeah.
So you had public eyeballs on you when you started out. So do you think there was a lot of that?
In a way,
that you had to pull the whole kau siapa do to people?
In a way, that's I can say you have your own audience, and but again, I'm the type of person, I guess, I want to be real to whatever that I'm posting.
Sure.
So I can say some celebrity in Malaysia, for example, celebrities or whoever, Insta famous, Insta influencers, they have this kind of mask they kind of put, maybe because of religion and stuff. But I feel it's not a problem for me, because I'm always just kind of always telling people I'm always just expressing whatever that I want to feel, so people kind of get how I am as a person.
Okay.
So after a while, okay, this dude is like this. So
they've learned to accept that.
Yeah.
Whatever it
yeah,
is.
and I kind of I remember when I was doing those years when I was doing Vine and just started doing Instagram videos. Some people, I received some comments from people and stuff, from strangers, but it never really gets into me, because
even if they were mean comments.
Yeah, because it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, when I post something, definitely it will kind of pull the attention. And
was it comedy stuff that you were posting?
Yeah, in a way, like
7
comedy,
seconds, yeah?
and then yeah, it's always like
It's always
funny related.
yeah,
Yeah,
because it's very short, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't come up with anything serious
Yes.
with 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Right. So you started out with Vine, and did you feel that was there any point of that you thought to yourself once you got like the recognition of the work that you do that you said to yourself you're gonna be a filmmaker?
no,
Tak ada.
no.
So how did the filmmaking thing came about?
I mean, like I started from Vine, then I go to Instagram by making like social media content just for myself, just for my own pleasing. It started like from just doing it for like friends and family, like
Okay.
Vine and stuff.
Okay.
And then I kind of like meet amazing people, like friends who does the same thing. And then like from this community, and then after that, which I'm kind of like always like exchange ideas. We have like sometimes like meet up, like hangouts and stuff like that. And then I guess like as I grow older, my passions and my skills are like, you know, you grow older, obviously you want to like elevate yourself. So that's when I started to like work with clients. I started to like work with like proper production. I started to like work with like brands. So in a way, like I guess I kind of like shaped myself from doing like a small scale videos to like, okay, maybe I should challenge myself to do something even more than that. And that's why I'm like now doing music videos, brand contents, for a client. One day, I don't know, maybe like short films and stuff. We'll never know.
We're gonna look forward to that one for
Yes,
sure. Dude.
yes.
Okay, so I really like what you say about macam you're expanding your skill sets.
Yeah.
You know, in that sense, because I know that a lot of people have this idea that if you're a creative, usually you're in it because you're talented.
Yeah.
People never really associate it as a skill other than like, oh, that person's already good at that.
Yeah.
Therefore, you know, that's why they can do what they do. So do you think that's a myth that you would like to debunk if somebody were to say to you that, oh, Hafreez, you're only here because you're talented. Like, I'm like a lawyer because of my skill sets.
Yeah.
For example.
I mean,
or like,
not really. I mean, I started from when I was in uni. I did sociology, and I never know like macam like okay, I will be doing a music video in like 5 years.
Okay.
Like that's never really the idea, and I never really get into I never really thought of that. But I guess like I can say that macam whatever like your passions is, you always just kind of like, because I look at this as like my hobby. Maybe like before it was an hobby, but now it's like a career to me.
Right.
So in a way, like I guess I can say that for me, because I didn't finish sociology.
I see.
I kind of like stopped halfway and
I
then
see,
kind of
see,
like
see,
venturing into like
more creative
advertising work,
advertising work,
advertising marketing, and then
It's
this.
crazy though, advertising.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's not really crazy. It's just that you, because I freelance. So it's just a matter of like working with people.
I see.
Yeah,
I see.
so in a way, like it's more like personal skills. So my personal skills now kind of like shapen me into doing something that I am really enjoying, which I kind of like feel maybe like this is my career. I don't know. I'm kind of like I guess if you're like in a the creative industry, you kind of like always have to be an all-rounder.
Right.
So time to time I can tell you like time to time I probably like would do some styling job, and I know like there's better. I have like a lot of stylist friends out there.
Yeah.
But I guess because maybe if I can trust myself on doing this project, why not give it a try? So even like doing like videos, I never know like I will be directing like Zee Avi's music video.
Right.
But I guess because I have like wonderful people that I'm working with, wonderful team, and when even Zee herself, she was always contributing. She's always like in a way like assisting like the whole project.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like a learning process. Even like until now, I feel like I'm still have to learn.
So it's never like you're done learning or you're learning. Oh, I'm good. It's always what's
No,
the next challenge.
no.
Like,
It's I'm always. I feel like every project that I did and also like currently like doing, I feel like there's always a new challenge for me. There's always new challenges, and that's what actually fun about it. And time to time, of course, I made like a couple of like there's probably like few hiccups, like mistakes and stuff.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's the fun of it. Like you know you're not gonna learn anything if you don't make any mistake. It's just that the matter if you make a double mistake, then you probably
that's on you.
That's on you.
There's something wrong.
Yeah,
when
there's
you do
something
it,
on
right?
your.
But making the mistake, you feel like that's part of the game. That
Definitely.
You're just having fun. Like,
Definitely.
Okay, if this goes wrong,
Definitely.
next one, how do we move around?
Yeah.
Okay, I really like that. I really like how you view that, right? So
Yeah.
going back to the music video that you mentioned, right? It was so filled with so many diverse people in the
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
Do you find that diversity is something very close to you?
Of course.
Yeah. Why is that?
I grew up in Sarawak where I have like my auntie who's married to a Chinese. I have one of my aunt married to like a white guy. So I grew up with a lot of like diversity, like a lot of like races and cultures,
Right,
and coming up from like a very like open family, I can say, and I can tell like macam it's always part of me. It's
Just to be
always
diverse lah.
yeah, and even like when I was in school, like you know, like I have like a lot of Chinese friends, I have a lot of like Buiputra friends. So in a way, like I know like that's always something that I always want to work together with. Lagi-lagi like macam like you know when you're like at the end of the day, I feel like I just want to showcase like all these amazing people. It's not because of like the colors or because of like you know the races, but it's just because they are as an individual
As
itself.
individuals, they're amazing, right? It just so happens
Because
that-
each one of them are just unique and special and have their own stories, and that's what amazing about I feel like about this video, because like if everyone have something to share.
And then it's a good way as well. I feel like right now, you know, we have, you know, some people would mock this kind of effort. Honestly, I've seen firsthand people would say like, "Oh, diversity is not important," or like, you know, it's just a joke and a person. I always feel like, well, it's because of people like you. Who have turned it into a joke. I mean, you have more than enough people, I find, that with the way the world works, you know, from like political stance or anything, that's always trying to divide and conquer. You know, and it's just such a shame because we know so little about each other. And then we become very like aggressive. It's always like you're always assuming the worst out of like somebody before you even like you know them. So I think media and music video like this gives that sense of diversity.
Even like when you look at like macam current media, it's always like macam if you're in Sarawak, it's always talking about like like in the jungle and stuff, you know. And then when it's like Chinese New Year, it's always like just among the Chinese itself, and it's always just among themselves. And then if it's like a Malay, for example, like Raya Air, it's always to do something like sad and stuff. So I mean it's again, I'm not blaming anyone but I guess like this media kind of like play an important roles as well when we as a medium to share, as a medium for the audience. So I guess like time to time it's good to know like macam to have like a different kind of like content, I guess, to show like what is actually real and what is actually happening in the real world.
Right. So we're talking about the different type of content that's out there though, you know? So growing up, did you think there was something particular for you that you felt resonated with you, you know, that you felt like this was important, that it represented you as a person both culturally?
I mean, like growing up, I watched like a lot of like, I can say like I kind of like grew up a lot towards like pop culture.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm always living like anything that is pop, anything that's with colors, anything that is like very vibrant. Even like when I was young, actually, like my favorite childhood movie would be like Sound of Music. So my I feel like my aesthetic, I guess, like if I can choose like a medium, like a word, I guess it would definitely be music. Yeah, I mean, I have no clue on like playing instruments and stuff, but I know like I always want to work around it. Like I feel like music is like 90% music is always there in my life. So yeah, that's something that I guess I always want to like work with music. And then I can say like when it comes to like culture as well.
You like that as well?
Yeah.
So you see, right, now interestingly you brought music though. You see, there's something distinct I noticed in your work, especially with Who Are You, is that would you say that you view music and culture as colors? Because that was one thing I noticed that was really interesting about the music video. The colors in it was popping, yo.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely like something that because the colors that we choose actually, even like when if you watch the music video, is like there's like three main colors, which is like for the talents, which is like red, blue, and yellow, and that's like the colors of Malaysia flag. And I was like, okay, why not we just use it? And then when I was doing the mood board, actually, I put like some elements of like when I was actually like me and Zee was actually like organizing the talents on like who's on which colors of the background. And then again, of course, like, you know, every colors have like their own meaning. Like, you know, like for example, like our Malaysian flags, like yellow means this, red means this. So, but in Zee Avi's music videos for Who Are You, we were talking more, I was describing colors more on like yellow, like fun, bright, positive, and red, brave, strong, bold. So yeah, I guess like colors plays also an important role, I guess, when it comes to like directing, when it comes to like
brings
visuals.
Out moods and emotions as well when you play around.
Definitely.
Do you struggle in any way coming out as a filmmaker? Do you find that, you know, there was anything from society or any drawback from people trying to stop you from being like a director or whatever? You know, you have so many Asian kids out there who wants to get into a creative path, but say their parents don't let them, and then it kind of affects them, or their friends look down on them.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
So was that something you ever experienced, or not really?
I can say it's like that. I mean, I don't really face that kind of like problems because like I guess when it comes to like macam family, I know like a lot of people like especially in the creative world. I heard a lot of stories about like a lot of stories from my friends that they always have like these problems where like their family doesn't support them doing things that they actually love. And kind of like I mean even when I was young I can say that when I just finished my SPM like I never like I didn't have anyone to actually tell me like okay maybe you should try doing some art, try to go to like art school and something like that. So I kind of like grew up in Miri, of course, like every parents in Sarawak in Miri, they want like the children to be like an engineer because that's
Right.
that's where the money is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, so when it comes
to
to like I guess when it comes to like a personal experience, I probably had the struggles of like actually thinking like what actually I really want to do in the future. So I was in the science streams and then I know like I hate it, but I'm like I just want to like please my parents, I just want to like do my best. But when it was SPM, I'm like, oh my god, like this is like it's hard.
Right.
So I feel like when I just don't like it that I just don't like the fact that I have to face this when I was like at that age,
Sure.
I should have the options to actually choose what I want to do when I was like at the young age. So at least like when I'm about to choose like for example like my course, my degree, my diploma, at least I already have like say like 40% of like interest of like what I want to do. So imagine like when I was like when I was doing my SPM, I would still have no idea what I want to do after SPM. So but thank God I pick it up like slowly based on like my surrounding, based on the people that I'm like around with. Even when I was in uni, I was still like clueless. Like I have no idea like what I actually really want to do. That's why I took sociology.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But again, like it's a phase.
Yeah.
It's a learning phase.
And then you put yourself in those environments to learn
Yeah.
and pick up these things, right?
Yes.
I think that's one of the biggest fault of our schooling system.
Yeah.
Is that you don't really equip people with real skills.
True.
Like sure, I think it's equipping people with a very set, if you want to be a doctor, school's
Yeah.
great. If you want to be an engineer, school's great. But not everybody is gonna go down that route. And when you don't give people option and you make the rest of us who are not gonna do that confused, that's not good, you know what I mean? Like then you have a lot of people who leave school, they're 17, 18, and they don't really have any real skill sets and not everybody's as lucky as you, I think,
Yeah.
What I mean, like you're quite lucky that you picked them up,
That's why I feel like
friends.
parents nowadays, I can say like parents nowadays, you should actually like listen to your kids. Like if your kids like maybe like at the age of like 12, 13. I mean, kids nowadays are very like outspoken, so they always have things on their head. If they want to do music, let them do music. But and education is important, and music is education. It's part of education.
Yeah.
Doing art is part of education. It's just kind of like more like a personal development skills.
Yes.
And I can tell you it's actually useful for these kids when they are like actually maybe an adult later they probably would do something out of it.
Exactly. No, and then people have to understand that making your kids do something at a young age that may not seem academic, but it's still part of the education. I think Kevin Hart said that the way he was raised is that he was asked to finish whatever he started. If he played baseball, the mom made sure he finished the season. If he ended up being a baseball player, I mean he's a comedian. You know what I mean now? But then he said that develops certain things in him that he always say, okay, I'm gonna finish whatever I start, right? And to him that was the bigger part of his education. It wasn't just like getting A's and stuff, right?
And I also believe that it's never too late for you to learn something. Like even like macam at this age, like I had this phase where like when I was like maybe like 21, 22, I was like wishing that maybe like if my parents could send me to like a dance class when I was like young, because I love dancing, and then or maybe music class or something like that, I probably would do better. I would probably ace it because I know like it's always in me. But now I'm like 26 and I've just started going for like dance class because it's never too late to learn actually skills. And these kind of like skills are, first, it's good for your fitness. Second, it's also like good for your mind. And time to time, you always have to find something that is like something that you're comfortable with.
So here's the interesting bit. You've mentioned dance now. Do you find that sometimes skills is also a part of your identity?
Yes, definitely.
How can you elaborate on that?
Like for example, like I have a lot of like projects that requires me to like direct and stuff like that. So of course, like when you're being in front of the camera, but at the back of the camera, I feel like even like when it comes to like moving, so this kind of skills will help me to like direct even more better for like my talents that I'm working together with. So And at the same time, I do feel like, you know, like as a director, you kind of like always have to like have this like all-rounder kind of like personality and skills. So you actually, because at the end of the day, you are working with like a lot of like talents, a lot of like creative, and you kind of like have to have like a gist of like everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So to a lot of people who are facing, you think, self-confidence issue, picking up something new will definitely help them with that, you think? If you were to ask them to Okay. Yeah, because I don't think...
I mean, it doesn't have to be dancing. Just do some. Just do anything that you want to do. Like if you feel like you want to do music, do it.
Yeah.
If you feel like you want to learn how to like gardening, to do it. You know. At the end of the day, I'm pretty sure deep down everyone have their own interests. Everyone have their own like passion. As long it doesn't hurt anybody, and as long it doesn't.
Right, you're not, as long as your passion is not like
it's
smuggling or like whatever, right?
It's those
slavery.
it's those things that makes you feel like alive. So you know.
So you would think that part of discovering who you are is also like trying to make yourself feel more alive then?
Yes.
I love that. That is actually
It's like quote of the year.
Quote of the year,
Be
like,
alive.
Be alive, find yourself.
Yes.
Okay, hashtag, got that. Okay, nice, man, nice. So I know there's a lot of people out there who are struggling to find themselves, you know?
Yeah.
And for you, if you could sit down with somebody right now, let's just say maybe if you could sit down with, you know, a 16-year-old version of yourself who's lost and confused and not sure what to do, what would you say to that person?
I would just say like go out there, go to the nature, like go to any like random beach or waterfall. Just think about like what you really want to do, and if you feel like you want to do music, if you feel like you want to play guitar, like learn how to play guitar, do it. If you feel like you want to like start taking photos, like learn photography, then start investing your time on that. So just really like, I feel like Nike quotes are like the best for this. Just do it, really.
So get yourself out of your head, right?
If it doesn't work, it's okay. Then you find another skills. You find another things that you probably would, you know, have to like, actually interest in it. Yeah.
The challenge, I guess, is the first step, because you want to get yourself out of your own head first to kind of see like
really don't be
be
scared, and it's at the end of the day it's all started from you. If you're not doing anything, if you don't feel like, you know, I mean, like some people who say like, oh, I feel like unmotivated like of like doing stuff, and of course, because maybe like you're already tired of it, or maybe you're already bored of it, then go do something else. Yeah.
But again, I think goes back to what we discussed earlier. Make sure you give yourself like a timeline or deadline first. Say like, okay, at least 3 months I do this.
Yeah.
If I don't like it after 3 months,
I mean, being organized is important too. You don't want to like pick up.
Don't try it for a day and then decide like, you know, this is not for me.
Yeah. I mean, even like, I mean, the first day is always like the worst.
The worst.
Because you have no clue what it is about. But after a while, you know,
it comes with time.
Yeah.
Comes with time and practice.
Definitely.
Okay. Alright, Hafreez, so if you had to right now describe yourself in one word, man, to the audience, what would that word be though?
It would be one word.
One word.
Oh my god, it's so hard. I would say, I mean, maybe like one item.
Item, eh?
Yeah.
What would it be?
A book. Like
a book?
Yeah. I would say myself like a book.
Why?
Like, I mean, like
do you view yourself like an open book?
Yes, like people will just come to me. I mean, people can just come to me and ask like, what do you know, like, I mean, I feel like that's like the purpose of like, you know, as a person, you know, as an individual, you should always be sharing. You should always kind of like learn, you know. A book can always be like, it can be like written, or it can be like an empty page. Yeah. So I'm always like learning, and I'm also like sharing. I'm up for that.
I see.
Like
so
the world
parts of you that's been written, and there's like the open pages.
I mean, like
the
world doesn't revolve around you. Like it's always you always have to work with people. You always have to share with people to actually make yourself as a better person.
Oh man, I love that.
I'm a book.
You're a book. I will keep that.
So some pages are like empty, and some pages are like, you know, well written. Yeah, some are like bad.
Yep.
Some with photos, and some, you know.
I love that.
Some Harry Potter shit, you know, like some moving.
Imagination too that goes into that.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Nice. Thank you so much for sharing everything, and that's all the time that we have on this show.
Yes.
And thanks, man. It's such an honor. And guys, till the next episode, just check out Hafreez and his work, and it's all in the link in the description box below.
Yep.
Anything else, you can always find him on Instagram and
Chris for short. Just kacau me lah. I'm a book, and I'm gonna steal this cookie.
You've heard it from Hafreez himself, and he's gonna take the cookie home with him.
Skinny bakers.
That's right. Till the next episode, guys. Bye.
Hi guys, the series of podcasts is brought to you by collaboration between me and the Skinny Bakers. It's to promote positivity and love for yourself and also delicious cookies. So who doesn't like music and cookies, right? Don't forget to check out Skinny Bakers with their new flavors, French butter cookies, sea salt pistachio, their bestseller salted caramel chocolate chip cookies, and my personal favorite right now, fruity pebbles. But hang on tight guys, because Skinny Bakers and I are going to come up with our own special flavor that's coming soon, so watch this space. Alright, till then, see you guys!
Okay, going back to just macam like your music and stuff, right? Did you have like a theme song growing up, you think? Yeah. If there was a theme
Wow.
song of your childhood, yeah.
See, that changes all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, it changes all the time. From when I was a kid,
Hmm.
well, I remember my first theme song was Que Sera Sera. Like when I was 6 years old, like
Right.
Que Sera Sera, whatever will be, will be.
Nice.
The future's not ours to see. Que Sera Sera.